Well, good morning, everyone, and welcome to our Monday Morning Minutes. It is a cold, wet, rainy Monday. Looking out the window, if there was ever a day to get up and then just go right back to bed, this is it. This is that type of a day. But we are here at the offices, we're here at the church, we are working. And speaking of here at the offices, here at the church, and working, our phones are still out. Well, I shouldn't say that. Most of the phones are out. We do have a phone. So if you call the church, there is a phone on Diana's desk. She can answer the phone. You can still get to the voicemail, the message machine, and leave a voicemail if you need to. When Diana heads out for the afternoon, you can call the church, and Pastor Zom and I will come running as fast as we can. We've got one phone for the whole church. Parts are on order or being ordered or being investigated, whatever it might be. We'll get all of them back up and running soon, God willing. But you can call, you can talk to us, or leave a message either way. So just an update on that, since we haven't had our full phone system for a while. But speaking of outside being cold and wanting to go back to bed and just go back to sleep, let's talk this morning about discipline. Let's talk about goals. Let's talk about spiritual disciplines. And we've got a few verses here from 1 Timothy chapter 4. And Paul, of course, is writing to his young protege, this young pastor Timothy that he has mentored now for a period of time. And he says to him in chapter 4, verse 7, "Have nothing to do with godless myths and old wives' tales. Rather, train yourself to be godly. For physical training is of some value, but godliness has value for all things, holding promise for both the present life and the life to come." So Paul says to Timothy, train yourself in godliness. Train yourself to be godly. Now, how do we do that? How do you train yourself to be godly? Well, you've got to do things that will help you become godly. You've got to study your Bible. You've got to spend time in prayer. You've got to volunteer, serve at church, volunteer to go on mission trips, whatever it might be. It's something that we have to do. It's not something that happens to us. So I have a thought, something to suggest, and that is to set a goal. Set a goal for yourself and then achieve that goal. I finished up something I've been working on for a while. I finished up last week reading the Christian Standard Bible translation of the Bible from Genesis all the way through the end of Revelation. The second time that I've read through that translation of the Bible. And that's a big goal, by the way, to read through an entire book of the Bible, or the entirety of the Bible, I should say. It takes a while. In case you want to know, if you read 4 chapters in the Bible a day for 6 days a week, so Monday through Saturday, if you were to read 4 chapters in the Bible per day, you would finish the entire Bible in 50 weeks. Just going to throw that out there if that's something that you think you might like to do. In fact, I have a whole thing that I wrote years ago with questions for each day, with a list of which chapters to read each day. If you would like that, just let me know at church, send us a message, whatever it might be. But set a goal. When we talk about training ourselves for godliness, it's not a feeling that we wait for. It's something that we do. So you might say, we're halfway through October. By the end of October, by October 31st, I want to have read through the Gospel of Matthew. We're going to be in the Gospel of Matthew for the rest of our sermons this month. So maybe setting the goal, I want to read all 28 chapters in the Gospel of Matthew, and then sit down and look at your calendar and how many chapters would you have to read a day to make it through the Gospel of Matthew by the end of October. Maybe you set a different goal. Maybe you say, you know what, I do pretty well when it comes to sitting down and reading my Bible. I do pretty well when it comes down to spending time in prayer, but I struggle with serving in church. Maybe I need to set a goal. Maybe I need to volunteer an hour a week in church for the rest of October, right? We got 2.5 weeks left in the month of October. That would be a good goal. Or maybe it's, you know what, I'm busy this month, but in November, I know that we have groups from the church Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday that go and volunteer at Colonial, at the nursing home. I'm going to go every Monday in the month of November, or every Tuesday in the month of November. Set an achievable goal to help train yourself in godliness, studying your Bible, spending time in prayer, serving our community, volunteering at church. These are all things that should help us grow in godliness. And then once you've achieved your goal, I'll take a guess. You know it. Set another goal. Once you achieve a goal, training yourself in godliness, set the next goal and the next goal. And I would bet as you grow, as we grow, as I grow, that those goals will start becoming bigger because we will grow in godliness and we will want to do more, to spend time with God, to serve the community he has put us in, to serve our church family. So I hope you all are having a happy Monday, even though it's cold and it's wet. And regardless of how late you slept in, there's always time to set a goal and then work towards it. So God bless you, and we will see you soon.